Hello friends, it's Peg. Time for a Sunday share. I hope you enjoy this. So let's get started, shall we? I just have a regular piece of Nina cardstock that I've cut in half. I'm going to score it at the 5.5 inch mark and make my cards. I want to do these as sort of a single layer card. I don't want a bunch of embellishments and things because I got to knock a bunch of them out because we got a lot of people to thank. So just going to use my bone folder and score that, and I will get a bunch of these made up and ready to go so that I can move through the steps just doing a process. If you've ever made a quantity of something like this, what I like to do is I will make a sample. And then once I've created my sample and I know what I want to do, I will repeat the steps with all the cards. I'll stencil and I'll stamp and I'll, add the embellishments, whatever needs to be done. Now, I'm going to stamp this stamp, and I find out quite quickly that it's not square, it doesn't stamp evenly, and it's on a wood block. And if I'm going to do a quantity, I need this to be working for me, and this is not working for me. So I'm going to take it off of the wood block. You can do that just by heating your adhesive, and you can glue it back on later if you want to, but it wasn't straight, wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. So I'm going to try it again. Still not working. And that's when I decide, okay, I got to do something different because I got a lot of these to work through and I don't have time to play around. So I'm going to use my stamp positioner. There's all kinds of different stamp positioners on the market. This one happens to be from My Sweet Petunia. It's the smaller one. They have 3 different sizes now, I think. One that's like even a 12 by 12 if you're a scrapbooker, so that you can do great big pieces of paper. I also have the Tim Holtz Positioners. They're no longer available in the U.S. I think they are available overseas, but they're from Tonic Studio, and there was a lawsuit over them, so they're no longer available to us here in the U.S. So I'm looking at this saying it's still not straight. I'm going to position it again, try it again, and voila, finally I have something that looks straight to me. So now I'm ready to stamp my cards, and I can stamp all of them and have the inside of my card done and ready to go. So I'm not going to make you suffer through all of that. I'm just going to show you the first one, and then we'll move on to the background. Okay. Next up, if you look off on the left-hand side of the screen, I made a stencil. I just took a page protector and die cut some stars out of it. You can punch these, you can cut them with a craft knife, you can do all kinds of things. But what I did is I just had some dies that were star-shaped, and I cut this. I had to run it through several times to get all the way through because it's a fairly heavy piece of plastic. It's thicker than your standard Mylar stencils. You can buy stencil material, which is thinner, and I know you can get it on Amazon. You can, and I think I've even got some in my Amazon store, but you can get it on Amazon. You can get it in the craft stores, but it's just a Mylar product. I just happen to have this plastic sitting around, and that's what I used because I wasn't going to go hunting for anything special. These are Catherine Pooler inks, and I'm using silicone matte. These are meant for oven mitts, and I bought mine off of Amazon, but it holds the ink pad in place and keeps it from sliding around on your desk. So I put my pads on there and just can pick up the ink easily with these tools. Now, these are makeup brushes, and I have any number of them. I have some that I got from the dollar store. I think I bought these off of Amazon. There are different companies that sell them. They all tout their own. I gotta say, I think they all work about the same. And I've used them with ink and with paint. The only thing you have to remember is if you use them with paint, you have to wash them out immediately because it's paint. You know, anytime you put a medium on there that's going to dry, you're going to have to wash it out. But they do work. And I keep the ones that are in front of me here just for ink, but I do have others that I will use in painting. So I got a little smudge. I'm just going to take an eraser and clean some of that off. And now I've got my stars for the background. I'm going to want to stamp something else on the front. And if you notice the picture at the beginning of the video, I did not do all the cards the same way. You know me, I have to keep on experimenting. I used a few different stamps, different embellishments, just trying things out. This is a stamp from Fun Stamper's Journey. It's a set that has stars in it, and originally I thought I was going to use the stars. Had a little goober there that needed cleaning up, so I just got my pen and finished that out. And it says Superstar, which these people are. They are superstars. They, you know, have taken care of our country, and I am so proud that my husband is a veteran and that there are other veterans in my family, and I just want to honor these people who have done their duty. So this is basically it. I'm going to add some stars to the front. I found a real small star punch, and I had some star embellishments. I was looking for them, couldn't find them, and then I thought, well, I probably got a punch or something. So I do find that and do some fancy embellishments on the front. And going to weight that down because I'm not going to waste that card. I can just glue another piece on the front. And that will be my sample for card making. So that's the short and simple, skinny on making cards for a special occasion. I hope you have some time to create. Thanks, guys.